So welcome to the first day of SoapUI training. This is
I have one
Priya
question.
from SoapUI Tutorials, and this
Just
is
want to
the
know,
complete sheet in
how
which I
come
am
this
going to
term is
work. This is
coined
the
as web
complete
service
scenario
when
in
you
which
when
we
you
will
communicate between
complete
two
our
different
SoapUI
OS?
training up. All the details, all
Why
the
it is?
concepts which I am going to
It
cover
might be a
are
little
here.
bit dumb
From
on
the
my
day
side,
1 to day
and a little bit
30th to day
confused. I thought web
15th,
service means
everything
something
is
which
here.
works over the
Okay, and
TCP/IP
before
protocol
coming
and
to
all those.
the
But
day 1
is
topics,
there
I
something like
want to
that?
discuss some questions which people generally ask me. So these all are the questions. What is the course content? What will be the course duration and the complete thing which I am going to cover? So I just want to discuss about these questions. Just 2 to 5 minutes I'll take. Okay. So what will be the duration of the course? See, I'll just take 1 to 1.5 months, means 45 days, 40 to 45 days, in which I'll just take 25 to 30 days total, like weekdays,
Is it
Monday
like
to
web
Friday.
service always has to
Okay, and
initiate
next thing
from
is
a
what
browser?
all will be covered. I'll start with the manual testing and then I'll move on to the
Yeah.
automation part. Okay, and the framework which I'm going to cover
Okay.
is the data driven framework, and the complete rest I'll cover. Okay, and the next thing is it necessary to learn Groovy? See, Groovy is a language with which we can automate.
So what is the other
So
type
if
of
you want to
testing is
automate,
there?
you need to learn Groovy. Okay, and will we cover on project? Yes, surely I'm going to cover a complete project, as this is the retail application which I did mention here, and this is our inbuilt application with which we have a database connection and a complete GUI we do have, and the API testing we'll cover. Okay, don't confuse with the terms. It's, as I said, REST, manual, automation. Maybe some of you are just the starters or just the manual tester. Okay, so these all are the things, these are actually the jargon which I'll completely discuss. And the next question is, will we cover SOAP? Yes, I'll cover SOAP, but not in as much detail. Okay, I'll just give you the introduction how SOAP works, as SOAP is not used these days. Okay, I'll just give you the introduction how SOAP works, and the rest completely will work on our REST. Okay, so again, REST, SOAP, maybe you don't know and maybe you know. So this is just the questions which people generally ask me, so that's what I'm discussing. And will we cover free as well as the paid version? Yes, the SOAP UI comes in two ways, free version and the paid version, and I'll cover both. Okay, I'll start with the free version and then I'll move on to the paid version also. And will we get the link to recorded session every day? Yes, I do record everyday class, and you'll get the link to listen, to go through all the sessions which we'll cover daily. Okay. After day 3, I'll give you the batch ID with which you can view all the recorded sessions. And can we rejoin the live session after completing? Yes, you can join if you think you are not able to complete the course as you join this time, but next time if you want to join, you can join. You can inform us and then you can get the link to join our new batch and help us. Yes, we will help you. We will help you. You'll just attend the class with a complete dedication. Surely you will learn, and then you can apply for job, and you can ask us for the resumes, and okay, we will help you. And do we need to learn Groovy ourselves? See, as I said, Groovy is a scripting language which we do need to automate our web service, to automate our API. Okay, so I'll teach you the things which you need. Extra you don't need to learn. Okay, as I said, just give a complete dedication to the class and you will learn more than enough. Okay, and what is the prerequisite is, because before starting the session, you just know the very basic things of any of the programming language. Yes, Danny, you can join the next batch if you want, that you are not able to attend this batch, the current batch completely. Okay, then you can join. And as I said, you just need to know any of the programming language, if it's C, C++, Java, .NET. Okay, only the thing is, you just know what is the concept of conditional statements, what is the concept of looping, how to import packages, just a very basic things you need to know. Okay, the rest I'll teach you, the rest you will get to know in a very detail. And yes, many more questions I do have, and these questions I don't need to discuss right now. Okay, So these all are the questions which I think you should know before starting. Okay, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, so now let's come to our first topic for today. Sorry, it's web services. What is a web service? Let's start. What is the meaning of web service? Why I'm talking about web service, as we are here for our SOAP UI testing, right? So web service is something which you need to know before coming to the SOAP UI, before coming to the software testing. Okay, so let's see what is the meaning of web service and how it is related to my SOAP UI and how we are going to work with this. Okay, so let's say if we are working on two different applications. Two different applications means, let's say if the first application is based on Java and the other application is based on Perl or Ruby. There may be a requirement when both needs to communicate. Needs to communicate means what? That application which is based on Java wants to send something, wants to communicate, wants to wants to send a data to the application which is based on Perl. This is the requirement. This is the requirement actually. So this is all just possible. What we can say for this? This is possible just because of the web service. So web service is nothing. It is just a way with which two different applications which are based on different languages or which are maybe working on a different operating system also. Let's say if it is based on Windows or it is based on Mac, maybe it's a different or a Linux. Okay, wants to communicate, this is possible. So here I can say I do have two different scenarios. First scenario is based on different languages and the second scenario is based on different operating system. So if they want to communicate, this is possible because of the concept of web services. Understood? So this is the diagrammatical view, and if I want to write a complete definition, I'll say it is a way to communicate between two different applications based on different languages or different OS, or a platform may be varying. Okay, so if they are different, maybe they want to communicate. So this thing is possible, and this thing actually we call as a web service. Okay, and the diagram which I did show you here, right, this thing I did show you. So it is what? This is a web service, and how this communication is possible, how it actually send the data and getting the data, we'll discuss about this in a very detail. Okay, this is just an introduction to the concept web service. So everything which we are actually working is nothing but a web service, right? As maybe one of you is currently working with a Linux and I am here working with Windows, and we both are communicating. Okay, I'm not saying just a message communication means a message. We are actually transferring data. You can view my window, you can view my screen, right? So this complete thing is nothing but a web service. Okay, this is the first very basic example, and one more example I'll discuss right now. Say if this is my makemytrip.com. This is a complete website, right? And when I open, I get the API like this, which is fine, we know. But what is the rest which is working behind it? What is working behind the scenes? We don't know actually. Okay, so what is this? The complete website on which I am currently working, in which I am going to work. Say from Delhi, you want to go to Goa on this date, and this is the one-way trip, so don't need to mention the return, and then search. This is the complete thing which we do. And it is giving me, and it will give me, yes, here. So I am getting the complete details. So this is what I just sent a simple message. Yes, I don't want to go from Delhi to Goa on this date, number of passengers, and with which category you want to go, like this, and I am getting the response back. So this is nothing. This is a thing which we get every day, right? This is a thing which we use every day. This is a simple website. Maybe you do work on 10 websites, hundreds, millions of websites which we do have. So this is complete thing is what? This complete thing is what? This complete thing is nothing but a web service. Okay, and now let's come to the concept of SOAP UIs. I think you all are like how it is related to SOAP UI testing. See, the thing is, when I'm, yes, okay. 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 Let me just see, as he said, something which is working on some protocols. Just fine. Just correct. Say if it is HTTP, FTP, or TCP, any of the protocol, right? So as I said, I'm here just giving you very simple, in a very simple words. Java wants to communicate with Perl, operating system, different operating system wants to communicate. So actually this thing here. So the thing which you are actually seeing right now is here. Okay. As I said, how they are actually communicating, we will discuss about this after some time. This is just the concept of web service. You are right. Something which we are sending on the some protocols, HTTP, HTTPS, FTP, TCP and all. So these all are the protocols which are fine, which are actually working on the different layers, application layers. We do have 7 layers, right? So this is again something which is working behind the scene. This is the reality in which we all do interact, right? As I just said, make my trip, I did open the site, I just enter. The layman don't know, as you know that there are some protocols, but the person who is just working as an end user don't know what is working over here, right? He just know, I just send a message. As I am currently working on Windows, I am getting the message from here, some third party, and I am getting the response back, right? So this is a very simple example. Okay, Srikant, I'll discuss about this in very detail. Okay, just give me 5 to 10 minutes and I'll come to your question again. Okay. Okay. So web service, as I said, it's a way to communicate. So what I can say? I can say it is something which makes interoperability possible. Interoperability means what? Inter means different, operability means I am working on different kind of languages, I am working on different kind of operating system, I am working on different platforms. So interoperability is just possible as with the concept we know as web services. Okay, this is again the language, a very simple language. The layman terms I am just speaking. Okay, now let's come to a specific words which I can use for a web service. Okay, it's a collection of open protocols and standards. Like you said, it's TCP, FTP, or HTTP, HTTPS, and many more. We do have many more protocols we do have, right? So these all are the protocols and standards. As this is the layman, very simple terms I am speaking. So it's a collection. Actually, the definition is here. It's a collection of open protocols and standards which are used to exchange the data between, again the same thing, between different platforms, between different languages, between, so this different is the important thing. Okay, so this different is the very important thing. Understood? So this is the main example, the correct one, which I can say. It's a collection of open protocols and standards, okay, to exchange the data. Okay, so what are these protocols and standards? We will go in very detail for this. Okay, let's come to the same example. It's a very simple example with which I did start. Okay, so let's start with a new one. So as I said, one application, second application wants to communicate. How they can communicate? This is possible as they wants to send data, they wants to communicate, right? So this is based on Java and this is based on Perl. So if they want to communicate, there is something which is working over here. So this is what? Some protocols are there, some standards are there. Okay, I hope the concept is clear. This is a web service. And if I want to test it, if I just want to test means what? I want to check. Testing is a complete definition in which I'll go. I'll go in very detail. Okay, in the last topic for today is about testing only. Okay, so if I want to just check how they are communicating, is they are working fine or not, this is our work for which we are here today. Right? We are here to know what is working over here. This is the thing which we generally use. Okay, so now the next thing is, this is, as I said, a very simple example. Let's come to a example which I just took for the makemytrip.com, how it works. Let us relate it with our web service. Say if you as an end user write makemytrip, makemytrip.com. You just write makemytrip.com, and what you did, then you write your demands. As I want to go from Delhi to Goa on this date, right? You just say, if you write two different scenarios in which you want to go, say if this is from Delhi to Goa and this is from Goa to Mumbai, safe. Okay, you just mention, you just write, or you can also say, okay, just a minute, I just start. Okay, so what I was saying, as let's say if only one trip you want, don't get confused, it's makemytrip.com. You just makemytrip.com, within this you just write from which date, on which, like from Delhi to Goa you mention, and on 22nd of Feb, like means today, and one person wants to travel, right? You just mention this thing, and what you get back, if you see what you are getting multiple vendors which are actually offering. This is the first vendor, second vendor, third vendor, with a different kind of scenario. Maybe on the time you didn't mention, so it is giving you different time details, right? So same thing we will do over here. So makemytrip, do this, and what you are getting back, so you are getting back the response, you are getting back something. Okay, don't say it's response, you're just getting something back from the various vendors. You say this is vendor 1, vendor 2 and vendor 3. Say 3 vendors did give you reply for your trip. It means what? They did give you the complete thing, like you want these 3 conditions and they are satisfying this thing. Okay, so what you are getting, what you did, this is the thing which is actually working. Makemytrip send the complete detail as you want to go, as you want to travel, and they are sending you something. Yes, we did send. So what is the meaning? It means I am sending. I am here means the browser. It's sending the request. It's sending the same request, right? The same request which I am sending to various vendors, and they are giving me back the response. Yes, we did provide. right? One more thing, there may be some more vendors, and again the same thing, request will send to those vendors also, but maybe response not come. So what does it mean? They don't provide the service from Delhi to Goa, or from any of the condition they are not satisfied. So it means what? It means I am actually sending the request to all of the vendors, to all of the possibilities which I do have as vendor 4. Say 100 vendors we do have, but I am just getting the response from the vendors which provide me with satisfying my conditions. Okay, so is this clear? Request and response. So this is what very first thing with which I did start. This is nothing but my web service. Understood? So web service, it's all these things. The complete thing is nothing but a web service from here to here. Okay, and the actually flow is like this. Make my trip, send the request to all the vendors. I am getting the response from those vendors which are satisfying this condition. So this is the real time example. Understood now? Priya, it's Priya. Yes. Okay, see, we are here for API testing, right? The second name for the web service, and API testing will start from browser side only. Okay, and maybe it's a kind of scenario in which 2 or more servers, the backend party, the third party may be communicating, but we are here for the API testing only. Okay, which will be initiated from the browser side only. Okay, we'll discuss about this in the end. See here, the last topic for today. Here, the various types of testing. Okay, let me complete these topics. Okay, this is just the first topic. What is a web service and how we can relate it with our real-time examples. Okay, so the next thing is why we use web service. We do need it or not. Let's come again to the same example. So this is something, as I said, which is working, right? But do we need it? But what is the things? Now, anyone, can you please tell me how they are communicating? Is there a language as Java or as a language or a Perl or Ruby? They are working on these kind of languages. Maybe that vendor don't know Java. Maybe that vendor don't know Ruby. So surely a common language we do have, right? Which all the, right, it's the XML. So surely a common example which all the vendors can understand, and which my browser, say if I'm working on Windows, maybe I'm working on Linux, maybe I'm working on Firefox, maybe I'm working on Chrome. So all the browsers, all the vendors should understand a common language, and that language is nothing, no any other but XML. As one of you said, it's XML. So XML is a language to communicate. It's a common language. I'll discuss about this. What is XML? It's a extensible markup language. Okay, it's a language which is a tag based language. Okay, why this language only? Why XML only? Why we can't work on Java? Why we can't work on .NET? The thing is, it's a very easy language which all the browsers understand. So this is, as I said, extensible markup language, and this is my tag based language. Tag based language means what? It works with a start tag. So this is the syntax in which it actually works, and the end tag. Okay, this is the start tag and the end tag. And yes, one more thing, these tags are the user defined. Okay, if you want to work with the XML, you can define these tags on your own. You can even write Priya and Priya with the end tag. the same name. And the condition to write XML as the first condition is the start tag and the end tag. We should have the end tag for each and every start tag. This is the first condition. And the second condition is start tag and end tag both should be same with a forward slash. This is the second condition. So understood, it's a very simple language. It has a start tag and the end tag and both the tags with a same name. Only the thing is there should be a forward slash. Understood? So the thing which I was saying, the thing which I need to know while I'm working on a web service, things are as the format or a flow. Flow means how they are communicating. I'll say here how they are communicating. Okay, so why XML? As it's a very simple language. I did tell you. Start tag, end tag, and these tag names are user defined. Okay, so what I'll write here? I'll write here the value corresponding to that tag. Okay, or I'll say like name and the name with a forward slash, and then I'll write here Priya. Okay, so this is the complete thing in which we are actually going to work. So it works like this, XML. So this is a format or flow in which it should work. Right, so let us see how make my trip as the example which I took over here. Which kind of XML I'm going to send and which kind of XML I'm going to get back. So the XML which I'll send, XML to send is nothing but my request. Right, this is fine. XML which to send, which I am sending, and the same thing I'll write XML which I'll get back is nothing but my response. Is it fine? The same thing which I did just tell you for my make my trip example, right? So it's my XML request and it's my XML response. This is a very simple thing, very simple and easy thing. So let us see how I can make a simple XML document. Say if this is my request, let's say this is my request. As here I am going to work with my XML format, so it should have the start tag and the end tag. Right, so this is my start tag and the end tag, and all the things which I am going to write over here is, say this is my start journey, and with a same tag name, let's say here start the journey from the Delhi with a forward slash, and I want to end my journey with a same name as the same key. Okay, with a same name, don't say it's keys, a name from Delhi to Goa. I want to travel. Many more conditions you can write on which date you want to go. Say if you want to travel on the 23rd of Feb. Right, so this is the complete thing. So if I say, getting me what I did? The request tag start, the request tag ends. Start tag starts and the start tag ends over here. This is the value which I did write. So what I can say for this complete tag? So this is a tag. Right, so this complete thing is my tag. Start tag with the end tag. So if I just copy this thing, what I can say? This is my key. Am I right? This is my key and and this is the value, right? It's a very simple thing. The key and the value I am working. A key starts over here and the key ends with a backslash, it's a forward slash, and this is the value, right? So here, let's say how I can use, how I can view. I'll just save it. I'll save over here request.xml with the extension as XML. Its extension should be .xml only, and if you see, it's a request which I just make here, right? It's my can you see, it's the start day, it's a text document which is the notepad file, and this is the same thing, request, but now here it is the XML document. I'll just open it with my browser. Say if it's with this only I want to open, what I'm getting the complete thing. Is it fine? Delhi, Goa, only the values which I'm getting over here is the values. These all are coming from where? From here. It's Delhi, Goa. Delhi, Goa, the values which I'm getting within the browser and this. So the thing which I did right with the extension is .xml is going to view like this. Okay, is it fine? So this is the thing which I'm getting from for my request. Save the same thing. Say if I make a new document with the response. Response starts and response ends. And the values which I'll get, again the same thing. Let me open it from here. If I edit, if I just copy the complete thing, let's see. Over here. Okay. These all are the things which are giving me which I'm getting actually from my vendor as my response. So I'll just say one more tag. If I add the price or the amount of fare which I'll get, it's say 1000. So what does it mean? This is something which I'm getting, and I'll save it with the extension as response.xml again. Save it, and if you see here, it's again the responses with the XML as my extension here. Can you see, it is giving me back the complete detail. So request.xml is actually something which end journey slash is missing. Okay, end journey. Oh yes. So this is as I said, a tag based language, and everything should be fine, and this is the thing which should be fine. Okay, so this is a very minor mistake, it should be there. Okay, so this is something which, this is my request, it's a request.xml which a user will send. This is a very simple term, very simple thing which I am discussing, maybe you all know. So this is the response which I am getting, just to make everybody of you comfortable with the XML thing, how XML works. Is it fine? So any doubt with the concept of XML, how it works? So this is the very first thing which you all know. Okay. So XML is one of the language which is used to communicate. One more language we do have. It's, anyone? Can you tell me the other language? It's a JSON, right? It's a JSON. So again, the thing is, JSON is something. It's a one more language with which two or more web services used to communicate. Two or more different operating system, as the thing is only the web service within which everything is communicating, transferring data is done, right? So JSON is one more language. Let's see how JSON works, and then you will tell me which language is easier. Okay, so JSON is my JavaScript object notation. Okay, and let's see how it works. The same thing over here, it is going to work with a key value pair. What is the meaning of key value pair? Is it related to my XML? Is the both JSON and XML are going to work in the same manner? Yes. Both are going to work in the same manner. Start tag and the end tag, here is the value. Again the same thing. What is the key value over here? Within the XML, what is the key for this highlighted line? Key is my name, and what is the value? It's Priya. Right? Am I right? It's a very simple thing. In these three lines, for my XML, name is the key and the Priya is the value. So if I write the same thing in the format of JSON, how it is going to work? It's here I'll mention the name as my key and the value as Priya over here. This is the thing which I'm going to work for my JSON only. Here, curly braces with curly. So this is the complete thing for my JSON. For which format? For my XML format as here. Understood? So this is my XML. Within my XML, it works like this. And the same thing, if I want to write in the format of JSON, can we call this a tag? Yes, you can call, but actually I use the term as key value pair. I just use this key value pair. Okay, this is the tag because it's a start tag, end tag with a name as your value. And for this, if I want to see, this is what, if I want to say what is this, this is a key value pair. Okay, Srikant, I think you did ask. Okay, so this is the complete way in which my JSON works. Okay, so actually it works in a very complex way when I say multiple tags. So the thing which I just show you with here, it's a very simple thing. Maybe it will the scenario will be much complicated. How? Say if this is my name. This is the thing which I did tell you, and here I'll write the value for that key. Say if the person have the first name, the same thing I need to write here, first name. Okay, it should be same. And the first name, first tag. Say if middle name and end tag you do need. And here you will mention the value. For this also you will mention the value. And the person also have its last name. Okay, so it may get complicated. Depends on the scenario. Depends on the values which you need to pass. Okay, so this is the one complete tag because these three tags are coming in between the name tag. Okay, and you may have some more tags in between this. Understood? No. Spaces doesn't matter. Okay, it will just give you the exact value which you are writing over here. Okay, so which is better, JSON or XML? Both are same, but JSON is easier. Right, JSON is easier. Only you need to know the concept of where key value pair. See, this is the first key value pair. Say if I have one more key value pair. If I write like this, is it fine? Is it fine? So both are going to work. Why, Srikant? It is fine. It is fine. So this is my single JSON key value pair. Okay, and if you are saying, I think you are saying it should be like this. Okay, if you say if it's ABC 1 2 3, it is fine. Both are fine. Only you need to pass it with a comma. So this is what? This is my single. So this is what? This is my single JSON object. Srikant, you did tell me for the tag. You can ask. You can use tag. It's a JSON object key value pair. And this complete thing is one more a different thing. Okay, so don't go in as much detail. This is the first class. A very simple thing I'll tell you today. Okay, just introduction. Yes, just an introduction to XML, introduction to JSON, how it works and how both are related. I hope it's clear now, XML and JSON. Now let's discuss about SOAP and REST. As I said again, these all are the jargons which we are discussing right now. Maybe you don't know about these. So let's see where we do need SOAP and REST. Let's come to the very first thing here. XML is used, or I'll say XML and JSON both are used to communicate. Do we need any protocol? The answer is yes. Yes, it's SOAP and REST on which we are actually going to work. Why we are going to work? To make secure connection. Understood? So this is the reason. This is the reason why we are going to work with SOAP, REST, or TCP, HTTP, HTTPS, FTP, HTML, and many more protocols we do have. So here we are going to work with SOAP and REST. Why we are going to work with these? To make our connection secure. Okay, so come see here. So this is the thing. Again, I'll come to the same example as I explained you for the XML. For the SOAP and REST, maybe there is a condition when you are sending some data which is very much, which you can't share. Maybe username and password. What is the example for this? Say if you are working with your, okay, just a minute. If I'm working with my Yahoo account, if I'm working with my Yahoo account or your Facebook account, I want to see mails and I want to send some message. I'll just write here my mail ID and then the password. I don't want someone else to see this password or username, right? So how we can do this thing? See here, the thing which I did tell you, which I did explain you for the makemytrip.com is not as much security we do need, right? But what about any of the account, Yahoo account, Facebook account, Gmail account? You do need the security, right? So this is done. So security, for the security purpose, we are going to work with SOAP and REST. Okay, so let's start with a SOAP. As I said, this is the first class. I'll not go in as much detail. This is just the introduction to the terms with which we are going to work. Okay, so SOAP and REST, why we use? I hope it's clear. Now let's see. SOAP and REST is what? SOAP is simple object access protocol. Okay, or I'll say this is my protocol. Or one more thing I can write here, it's a messaging protocol. Understood? So SOAP is my messaging protocol, or for the security purpose I am actually using it, and this is the full form. How it works, I'll not discuss it today. Okay, so this is a protocol, messaging protocol, just for the security purpose. All these things, rest you don't need to know. So what is REST? REST is, again, as I said, for security, but this is not my protocol, this is my architecture. So architecture means what? Any one of you? What is the meaning of, what is actually the difference between protocol and architecture? Okay, so protocol is my rules, set of rules which one should follow to accomplish the conditions, to satisfy the condition. So the same thing, architecture are my building blocks. Building blocks means the outline of the flow. It's the outline of the flow in which one should go. It's fine, outline of the flow in which my message should be sent like this. Understood? So this is my architecture, or I'll write here the building blocks. Both works in the same way, but there are many differences between both. Okay, so architecture, building blocks, and yes, it's a representational state transfer is the full form for your REST. So SOAP and REST both are going to tell me some rules which we should follow to transfer the data, to transfer the message. Is it clear? SOAP and REST in a very detail, as I said, will not go right now. This is just the introduction to the things which should know. Okay, so what is the role? Okay, I hope these concept is clear. Any doubt within these 4 topics? Anyone? If you don't know about the concept of SOAP, XML, JSON, within these 4 only I am going to work next 1 month. XML, JSON, SOAP, REST. Is it clear? Okay, if you have any doubt, you can tell me. Okay, so what is the role of SOAP UI? Let's see. I think there is some problem from my side. Maybe the session will stop. Just wait for me. I'll just connect in within 2 minutes. Okay. Shit, connection lost. Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Okay. I'm sorry, there was some network problem from my side. I'm so sorry for this. Okay, so can I start? Danny, can you hear me? I think there is some problem. Danny, can you hear me? Okay, so I'll start. So I was telling you about the role of SOAP UI. So what is the role of SOAP UI? We'll discuss about this. And the same thing, all the web services are going on, which is fine. But the thing is, okay, just a minute, think. So what is the role of SOAP UI? How I can say it is all just related. If I want to test my complete web service, the flow in which it is working, if it is fine, if it is not fine, how it works, everything, the data which I am sending, if it is fine, or any of the validation we do need, we are going to work with the SOAP UI only. There are many tools available. As I said, the last topic for today is about the different kind of tools, about the different kind of testing services we do have. Okay, so Sophia is one of them. If I just want to check, if I just want to test any of my web service, I do need a SoapUI. So SoapUI is my tool. So SoapUI is nothing, it is a tool which is by the SmartPair. I'll tell you how to work with this. Okay, this is just about the SoapUI. So let's see. So the official website for the SoapUI is soapui.org. You can go to this website and can view anything, any of the things which you need to know about the SoapUI. Okay, as this is the product by SmartPair, as I said. And one more thing, this is the complete thing on which is actually working on Java. On Java, it is based completely on Java, but we don't need to know anything else related to Java, how it works. It is just the tool, about the tool. And one more thing, it's GUI. Complete interface is based on swings. Complete interface is based on swings. Okay, so what is the meaning of GUI, swings, how it works? We don't need to know, as this is about just the tool. It's a role of SoapUI tool. Okay, as I said, this is the complete website, and you need to download as the next topic for after discussing about the SoapUI. You need to download its versions and how it works and all. So I'll say 2 versions we do have for my SoapUI. It's free version and the paid version. So the paid version is very famous, and it is these days available as Ready API. Okay, and maybe you'll get it at SoapUI Engine, SoapUI New Generation, or SoapUI Pro, or Pro version of your SoapUI. And the free version is nothing but the SoapUI OS. And one more thing which I did. Okay. So it's open source, which is very important thing. SoapUI is my open source which is available in the market. So open source means what? Open source means everybody is invited to join its community for the SoapUI. You can make the tool better. Okay, so this is completely different thing. Okay, so it's open source. You can go in more detail, you can learn in more detail what is the meaning of SoapUI free version, SoapUI paid version, what is the meaning of open source. Just go to this website. I'll share all the links which I am with which I am working today. Okay, so you need to download, as I said, 2 versions, free version, open source, and the NG Pro, which is a new generation for the Pro version, which is Ready API. You just need to download this free version. Don't need to download this right now. I'll tell you when you need to download and what is the flow to download. Just to download the free version, just click on to this and you'll get the link and just save it. Okay, as I already have it, I don't need to save it. Done. Okay, so how you can download? Just click on the SoapUI free version and you can then download. It's giving you thanks for the downloading, and after downloading you can open. Just click next and done. It's very simple thing, as this is the free version. I'm saying again, don't need to download the paid version, which is the Ready API Pro version. Okay, I'll tell you how to download, as this is a different thing, completely different thing. So this is all about the free version and the paid version. So the next topic for today is free version, how to download. I hope it's clear. SoapUI.org is the website, is the official website to all the terms, to all the things related to the SoapUI. You can fetch for it. And one more thing, if you want to know what is the difference between both versions, you can see complete difference between both of the versions. So very list of differences which we do have. Okay, maybe you will not understand what they are saying, but you can see there are many things available within the free version which are not available in the many things which are not available in the free version but are available in the paid version. Okay, but as I said, I am going to cover both the versions, free version as well as the paid version. Okay, and the next topic, what is the future of web service? Okay. What do you think? what is the future of web service? Is it going to increase or it's going to decrease? Its demand is going to increase or decrease? Surely it is going to increase. Why? Because as I did tell you, all of the websites, it's a very simple website on which we did work today. It's Make My Trip, right? It's a very simple example, and this is just the starting. As I said, all the websites on which actually we are going to work is based on web service. Okay, so it's a very good, it's a very impressive to learn the concept of web service, and we are here for the web services testing. So again, a very good thing. Okay, so its future is going, its demand is going to increase, and its future is very bright. We can work with this in a very detail. Okay, so the last topic for today is software, API, REST, JSON, functional testing, all the kinds of testing. Okay, let me copy this thing. All the topics here with a testing. So let's start. What is the meaning of software testing? What is the meaning of API testing? If I say about testing, what does it mean? It's a way to find the bugs. Bugs means some problems in my application or in my program or in my project, or anything you can write. If I want, it's a way to find the bugs or any of the problem if they exist, just to find it. Okay, or in other words, what I can say, it is a process of validating and verifying. Validation. See, validation and verification, these are a very big terms about which I will not discuss. This is just the definition for the testing. Okay, so testing, if I am working with my application, with my program, with my project, just to find my bugs if they exist. Okay, and if I say I am working on my software testing, software means what? Again, the same definition, but only within my software. Understood? So actually everything is same. If I am saying about my software testing, it means just a way to find the bugs, to find the problems within my software. Okay, so that, or I can add some more words, so that it can satisfy the business requirements, or I'll say some technical requirements. Okay, this is all about the testing. And if I say about software testing, if I am working on my software, then it is a software testing. And if I am working with my API is nothing but the application programming interface, which is based on your a complete application. Or I'll give one more example for this. I'll just take 5 minutes. Okay, so this is the graphical user interface. Above this, okay, let's say these are the two terms I'll discuss. So this is my GUI, it's graphical user interface, it's user interface, it's my graphical user interface. Okay, okay, fine, it's graphical. Okay, so here it is my API, it's application programming interface. So this is the GUI is nothing but the user interface with which all the users are going to interact, and it is actually working on your API only. So we are here for the testing of API. Okay, and GUI is working above API. Understood? So if I want to test, so what is the meaning of test? Testing means what? Just to find the bugs and the problems. So everything is actually related. So that's why all these topics are within the same thing, software API. So what about the REST and JSON? REST JSON testing? Anyone? What do you think if I'm saying REST JSON? REST JSON. If I want to test my web service, if I want to test my software, if I want to test my application with the help of test of software with the REST based on JSON. Okay, then I'll say it is my REST JSON testing. So can you please tell me, any one of you, what is REST and what is JSON? I hope you can answer for this. What is REST and what is JSON? REST is something to make my connection secure. JSON is something which will help me to communicate. Understood? So REST JSON is very famous these days. REST JSON testing. So very famous. Okay, the last topic is functional testing. Can you please tell me what is the meaning of functional testing? This is the second one more name for the software web services testing. Functional testing means if I want to check the functionality. Functionality means what I'm going to send, what I'm going to get back. So such kind of testing is my functional testing. Is it clear? So this is all about the topics.